Yo, Maroon here, saying once again that if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, as I would very much appreciate that, and feel free to give any feedback in the comments. And also, sorry that this video is a day late, things got in the way, and even with that, it's still kind of a scuffed video, but I hope y'all enjoy anyways. So, yeah. According to the map, this looks like the right place. It looks like a good place to stop for now. I don't have much further to go past this clearing. Oh, maybe there's something edible nearby. I don't know this area at all, but there should be something I'm at least a little familiar with. Maybe I can find some wild mushrooms. Or maybe herbs. Though, I haven't seen many shrubs around here. Most of the trees don't seem to produce fruits. Huh? What was... What was that? I'm overreacting. Surely it was nothing more than a rabbit. Or a squirrel. Nothing to be worried about. Besides, if there were any dangerous animals residing in this forest, I'm sure the local villagers would have told me about them. The most dangerous thing I've seen so far are death caps. Luckily I know which mushrooms are edible and which ones aren't. Well, I suppose that's why the noblewoman asked me to do this job for her. That sure was a long way to travel for a medicinal herb, but I kinda get it. It is super rare after all. You're still here? Well, you can come on out then. I don't mean you any harm. I'm just here for a rest, and then I'll be on my way. Oh, finally came out? That's good. I... Oh, you're definitely not a rabbit. Or a squirrel. Uh, you... You've got blood all over you. Are you alright? I'm certain that I have something that'll... What do you mean it's not your blood? There's so much of it. I think you need to lie down. I can get you something to eat in a moment. Just... Just lie down first. Hey, wait a second. Don't get so close. You're going to get blood all over me. Please just calm down a moment. Can't. My smell? Oh dear. I think I'm starting to understand now. Will you please stop gripping my shoulder so tightly for a moment? Ah, that was not an invitation to switch positions. Okay then. I guess this is happening. Just try to be gentle, please. Yeah. Ah. Are are you feeling better now? That's that's good then. Hunger got the better of you. I can tell. Would you mind reaching into my bag for me? I have some bandages and a numbing balm in there somewhere. You don't need to keep apologizing for it. Sure, it hurts a little, but it won't kill me. Of course I'm calm. You're a vampire. It's not exactly uncommon. I mean, it is. But I feel like everyone's got a friend of a friend who knows a vampire or two. Besides, I'm an adventurer. I've encountered all sorts of danger and monsters that something as mundane as a vampire isn't so scary. Hold on. It'll be easier to apply if I sit up. Yeah, I'm an adventurer. I'm not part of a guild or anything, but it's more like a hobby for me. But I'm surprised. I thought vampires were nocturnal. You couldn't change your sleeping habits? So then, you were sired? Must have been difficult to adjust to. Judging by how easily your hunger seems to take over, you returned fairly recently, weren't you? Geez, that's barely any time at all. So, what were you doing here? In the forest, I mean. You live in the forest? Why so far from the village? Because you enjoy being out during the day, and this is the area with the most protection from the sun? That makes sense. Me? Oh, I came here searching for a rare herb. Come a long way, and according to my map, the patch it's most abundant in is just a little further north. But also, I was sort of looking around for something I could eat as well. Oh, because I have a great interest in foraging. Skill that's been very useful to me on my travels, as you could imagine. Thanks for doing that for me. You wrapped it nice and tightly as well. I really appreciate that. You want to help me find the herb I'm looking for? You really don't have to do that, you know? I don't want to burden you more than I already have. As an apology? I mean, if you really want to head there with me, you're more than welcome to. I suppose it's just that most people don't find this sort of thing particularly exciting. And, my god, is that a hen of the woods? A hen of the woods. The species of mushroom. There aren't very many specimens to be found where I come from. It's always nice to find it. Yes, I very much want to take some of it with me, but I need to make sure I have enough space for everything in the pouch in my bag. After I find that herb, I can always come back to this spot later. We'll just move right along then. So, I'd like to ask you a question, if you don't mind, that is. How did you end up covered in all that blood? You were fed earlier and got a bit messy? How did you get fed then? Seems like you live in this forest alone. People in this village come by sometimes and offer their blood to you? That's kind of them. Well, it's nice that they still treat you much the same as they did when you were still living in the village. That's how a community is supposed to be, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me. You didn't, you know, did you? I'm not going to become a vampire, am I? Oh, that's a relief. I did not want to have to explain that to the noblewoman who hired me to get that herb. I don't want to disappoint her. It's an herb that can be used in a special concoction that's said to cure any illness. I've also heard that it can help heal a broken heart. It's just, there aren't many places in the world where this herb grows, and I figured that, since this place has produced the most specimens that we know of, it's the best place to go find it. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it before, but the rumors say it's quite powerful. What's it called? A willowwort, if my memory serves me correctly. It grows in very dark areas and damp soil. We should be coming up to where it can be found right about... Ah, here it is. This is the spot. And look, there's a plant right here. It's almost glowing, in a way. Ah, right. I just need to take some of the leaves, and we should be good to go. And done. It certainly isn't as dangerous as battling a monster, but I find it just as exciting. Don't you agree? I know it doesn't seem like much, but Activities don't have to be extravagant to be exciting. Come on, let's head back, and maybe we can find some honeyberries along the way. Oh, they sort of look like long blueberries. They just so happen to grow in places just like this forest. I'm thinking maybe we'll get lucky and find some. And now that I've gotten what I came here for, I want to explore all this forest has to offer in the way of foraging. And I don't want to leave this forest just yet. I like having company for once. So, let's get to foraging then, shall we?